What's up, Clemson Nation? What's up, TTC guys? Little recap of the North Carolina game. We'll start off with what was good. Deshaun Watson, 6 touchdowns in his first ever start. 6 touchdowns, breaks the school record in his first ever start. Now, if you say that Deshaun Watson will not be in the Heisman race his sophomore and junior years, you'll just be lying to yourself. The guy's one of the most gifted quarterbacks out there, and he's a true freshman. I don't think I've ever seen a Clemson true freshman come in and be able to do the stuff that he can do. Of course, this guy's probably going to be the most talented quarterback Clemson's ever had. So just seeing him go out there and do his thing, his ability to get out of the pocket and get out of trouble, yet stay poised until he has to, and the arm he has, the accuracy he has, it's mind-blowing. And, I've been praising him for a while. I saw his game in high school ever since he committed back in 2012. And, this is what I expected. And he's coming out here and he's showing what he's got, and it's just the beginning for him. And the wide receivers, man, we have a stable of wide receivers, and I told y'all that at the beginning of the year. Mike Williams and Jerron Hopper both had 2 touchdowns, I think, and had over 100 yards apiece. And we still have all these other guys out there, too, like Humphreys, Pete, Kit, all these guys out there making plays. And, we can pass the ball on anybody. Now, offensive line, not impressive at all. Deshaun had to make some plays again this week. Last week, the offensive line played pretty good. This week, back to the same old thing. I mean, they did okay, but not to where they need to be by any means. And the running game's atrocious. We have a stable of running backs, but no blocking, and their inability to break the first tackle has really been a problem. We have some talent back there, but we got to get some blocks. We got to get some holes. I don't think we had a run longer than 5 yards by a running back, and that's just atrocious. You can't be a great team like that. The main things holding us back from being a great team are the offensive line and the running game. And that's been a problem. It's a problem with not beating Florida State. It's a problem with not beating Georgia. The offensive line had a major problem with the loss of Georgia, and the lack of a running game did hurt at Florida State. Obviously, the fumble at the end. Just a lot of mistakes at Florida State. But we really got to get a running game and offensive line before we can even start talking about being great. And all we can do right now is win out. The defense played great for about 2.5 quarters. Shut down an explosive explosive North Carolina offense. God, explosive North Carolina offense. But then they seem to get, which has been typical since Chad Morris got here with the spread offense. Once we get up, and we were up 36-14, I think, the defense started looking uninterested, and the crowd was out of it. We were up 36-14, and big plays started happening, and this has been a problem for a while now. Once we get up in the second half, we start allowing big plays. And it just looks like an uninterested defense. It has nothing to do with talent or anything. It's just uninterested defense. They're lazy and they're not making plays. They're not reading stuff. After in the first half, they were just dominant. And that's something we really have to work on. North Carolina did dominate the time of possession, but I don't think our defense was that tired. I think it was just a lack of caring. And that's something that's going to have to be changed, because you remember 2 years ago, we got NC State coming up this week. 2 years ago, NC State came in there and put up 48 on us at home. We won 62-48. We were up 55-24 or something like that. And then we just let the defense just let them start pouring on points at the end. And that's just not something you want to see. So that really has to be improved, because you saw what NC State did against Florida State. The ability to score early and often and put up 41 points against a good Florida State defense. That's going to come into the Valley, and they're going to be hungry for a victory after that heartbreaking loss to Florida State. So we're going to have to come out and bring our A game, and the defense is going to have to play 4 quarters. We can't let them have late touchdowns, because North Carolina was in the game late until we intercepted the ball with 3 minutes left because of just a lack of caring, it looked like. So that was really disappointing, and that really upset me. But in the grand scheme of things, it was a 50-35 win. We came back from the horrid loss at Florida State, just heartbreaking. Not hard, just a heartbreaking loss. And we answer. So just that's something to take away. But we really got a lot of improving to do if we want to run the table this season. And that's something that I expect us to do. A lot of improvements have got to be made. we'll see what happens next week. Go Tigers, beat the Pack.